Alright friends, inside this video topic, we'll discuss some basic ideas, some basic concept of working principle of files and folders of React application. As we know that this course will go from scratch of either of React application or WordPress application. So in this video, we'll understand about the importance of files and folders, which is really very important to execute a React-based application. Let's go back to browser. So as we know that in this course we had done two setup installations, that is React application and WordPress application. Additionally, into our last video topic, we have seen that how to install and configure our WooCommerce plugin into WordPress application. Now this time we have to understand that what is the working principle of files and folders of this React based application. Now let's go into our VS Code. So what the setup we had installed while creating our React application, that setup I have opened into my VS Code editor. Now we can see that here we have three folders called Node Modules, Public, SRC, and apart from these folders, here we have multiple files. Now I will go step by step to understand all about running this landing page from React application. So first thing first, I will go and see an open called index.html. Now we can see that here we have a very basic file, that is index.html. Here we have some simply lines of code like a HTML tag, a head tag, and here we have a body tag, and inside this body tag we can see a div of id that is equals to root, and additionally inside this body here we have a script tag, and this script tag is containing a file link that is from src, that is main.jsx. Now here inside this index.html we have the two most important lines of code, and that is div id equals to root, and also we have a script tag which is containing a file link from src folder that is called main.jsx. So why these two lines are important to understand, let's go inside src folder and I will open main.jsx file. So we can see that inside this main.jsx here we have some import lines of code which is going to import something from these packages. Then after here, we have a create root method, and here look at this value document dot get element by id, and this root is nothing. This is an id value of that div which was at index.html. Now in this div id root, we are rendering all these things by the help of this random method. So by the help of this random method, simply we are rendering app component inside strict mode inside this div id equals to root. So here, what is the component class, means what is the component file, how to create, what is the purpose to create, all these things we'll discuss inside our upcoming video. But for the time being, let me tell you that all the things, all the component, like all the content from this component called app, we are simply loading by the help of this random method inside this div id equals to root. Now, next after this, if I go and open this app component, so we can see that this app component is coming from this app.jsx, and this is inside the current folder called src folder. So simply, if I go into this src folder, now we can see that here we have a file called app.jsx. Let's open it. So here we can see that inside this app.jsx file, again here we have some import lines of code which is going to import something from these packages. And here we have a function called app, and inside this app here we have the return method, and here we can see it is returning a set of HTML code. So simply it means that this app component is loading all this HTML code into our div id equals to root element, and these all things are happening inside this main.jsx file. Now again if I go into this app component, so we can see that here we have some file extension that is called jsx inside this app.jsx, and also here we have main.jsx. What basically this extension is, so let me tell you that .jsx file is not a complete HTML file and also not a complete JavaScript file. We can see that inside this file and inside this file extension, here we have some line of code of JavaScript, and also here we have some line of code of HTML. It means that it is in between something of HTML and JavaScript. So simply, this is the HTML code. By the help of that, this app component is exporting this app component all this content to this main.jsx, and here After getting all these contents, simply we have wrapped inside this strict mode, and this app component is loading all the complete HTML to this div ID equals to root element. Now, if I go and let's go inside this app.jsx, and for the time being, here, if I go into browser, so here we have Vite plus React. So instead of this message, if I type here, let's say plus icon, and let's say headless, and now next, whenever if I save these changes inside this h1 element, so automatically our server will listen all these changes and it will load the updated content into browser. We can see Vite plus React plus Headless Store. It means for the time being, what the changes we do inside app component automatically gets loaded inside this landing page. Now let's discuss one most important question. So we can see that here we have a file with .jsx extension. As I told you that .jsx extension is not a complete JavaScript file and it is not also the complete HTML file. So it means whenever if we write any code inside these extensions automatically at runtime, these codes will be compiled by the help of Babel compiler, and Babel compiler will compile these codes and will convert into plain JavaScript code. So automatically, after getting plain JavaScript code, browser will compile all this application and will execute into browser. So this is the complete workflow that how basically a React application will work. Now let's discuss some more cases here. So inside this application, also we can see a file called package.json. So this file is also very clear that what the packages we install into this React application, those packages will go inside its dependencies. And right now we can see that inside this dependencies object, here we have two packages only called React and React-DOM. But in this course, we'll use lots of node packages which we install by using npm. So once we install those packages, it will go inside this package.json file inside this dependencies object. Let me tell you one more thing. Whenever if we install any node package, automatically that package, the internal folders automatically will go inside this node modules. It means this is the most important folder of this application which is going to store all the packages, all the internal files of node dependencies. Then after here we have the public folder. So whenever if I use for example the external CSS, some external JS plugin files, some external images, so those files will go inside this public folder. And the most important folder again here we have the SRC. Already we had discussed that all the necessary files to execute our application will go inside this SRC folder. So overall, now by the help of this video topic, now here we have the clear understanding about the working principle of files and folders of this React application. So successfully, now we have completed one more interesting topic of this course, and that is about the concept of files and folders of this React-based application. So for this interesting video, please hit the like button to like this video, subscribe to this channel. Now let's meet to our next amazing video. So for this video session, guys, thank you for watching. Have a great day.